Welcome back once again to my channel. I always say to please subscribe, like and comment if you end up finding this video valuable. My name is Cynthia Patrick. Once again, welcome. So by the title of this video, you already know why we're here: how to know an expired friendship and how to end them. So that's one of the main purpose of this video, because a lot of times we find ourselves in situationships because we simply choose to ignore the signs, or we don't just see them. So without further ado, let's quickly look at one of those common signs that indicates that a friendship is no longer healthy or fulfilling. The signs I'm going to be talking about are very deep, so brace yourself, because a lot of times we all experience some of these things with our friends, and sometimes we think it's normal, but it's not. Especially someone like me, I can do manage. I'll be like, let me manage this, my friend. Sometimes it's very hard to end a friendship or just walk away. Believe me, I've been there, and I'm sure you've been there. Sometimes you just feel like, oh God, you don't want to let this person go, or you just feel somehow when you think about letting them go. Honestly, friendships are very beautiful, especially when you find a good friend, because through them we can experience all manner of support, safety and company. Because a lot of times when we make good friends and we grow older, they end up becoming so tight with us that we end up considering them as family. Personally, for me, I have a friend. Calling her a friend is even weird because she's more like a family to me, because she knows my family, I know her family. We are like that tight, so she's more like a cousin, or a cousin from another bloodline to me. So most of the time, these friends that we make, they end up becoming good friends. Emphasis on good friends, they end up becoming family to us. And at the same time, sometimes we fall out with some along the line and we get our hearts broken. Me, I feel like friendship breakup is way harder, way harder than relationship breakup. I have argued this thousands of times with a lot of people. I have my points why this is so. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with me that friendship breakup is way harder than a relationship breakup. So in no particular order, let's get right into the signs of, should I say, an expired friendship. Number one, if you ever notice that a friend of yours is making silly remarks about you and then they cover it up with, oh, I am just joking. I'm very sure you know this kind of people. Let's take for instance, you have a very big forehead, and they be like, look at in public where everyone is, like you all are hanging out, and they just be like, look at your hair, oh my God, it just makes your forehead more bigger than it was before, like your forehead is so big. And you're like, oh, I am just joking. Or maybe you're telling them about this guy that you like, and they tell you that, oh, you're not even that beautiful to fit his standard. The guy has a very high standard and your standard is so low. And you're like, oh, I'm just joking. And the most painful thing is that of all time, they will never do this when you guys are like alone together. They will do it in public, or when when two or more are gathered together, just so that they can draw other people's attention to your insecurities. A lot of times this kind of people, what's in their head, their mentality is that they feel like dimming your light is going to make theirs shine brighter, so they're going to go ahead and make all those silly remarks, stupid remarks, and then cover it up with, oh, I'm just joking. They're not joking, the meaning. And if you ever catch anyone doing that around you, or if you have someone like that in your life, my sister, my brother, please stop tolerating rubbish. Stop tolerating rubbish, because it doesn't make sense. That's why I said some things we think that are normal, but they are not normal, because the tongue is very powerful. Once they keep on saying that, there is no how you're not going to feel somehow, you will feel embarrassed in front of people, and sometimes those people can also use that as a joke to you, and it becomes a thing just like that. So for me, if you even do that around me, that friendship, I already know in my mind that, oh, that friendship is expired. Read my lips, expired. And to renew that friendship is going to be very hard. It's going to require a lot of change. But sometimes to every joke, there's always a meaning. So I don't really like it when people just make silly remarks about me in public, in the general public, like that. It doesn't, and I mean, it doesn't show respect even to you as a human being. So it's not everything that we should tolerate. We shouldn't tolerate that, no, because it's a negative self-talk from your friend to you, and they're imposing that on you. They're making you feel some sort of way, which is not right. So once again, I don't think you should accept any silly remarks from anybody, all in the name of friendship. I mean, you can try to talk to them, let it not be like you didn't give them any chance for communication and all that. So you can try to talk to them and let them know that, okay, this is how I feel whenever you make these silly remarks. And if they don't pay attention to how you're feeling or value your feelings, or your emotions, and they still keep on doing that, displaying the same character, then they don't value you at all as a friend. So the next sign of an expired friendship is negative behavior. Okay, so now this is actually a very toxic one. So I don't know if you've come across this ones before. You know, the kind that when you start telling them things about you, it could be about your plans, your goals, or your aspiration, or the things you like, or even the people you like. Then you see them, they'll start telling you about all the whole negative things about that plan that you have. They are always thinking about something negative. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys, this is about me right now. I have been that friend, that negative friend. Okay, yes, I accept. You know, I'm always tell you guys the truth on this channel, but it's not like as if I was negative, like purposely or something like that. But I'm just going to use this as a case scenario. Okay, there was this time I traveled for my exams at, I don't need to call the city's name. So I met this girl at the exam venue. We both missed the exam, and so we started talking and bonding. And I think they needed something. They needed a proof of something for us to retake the exam. So we started running around. She knows the city better than I do, so she took me to the hospital where she works. I think she studies something that has to do with medicine, nursing, in that category. So we went to the hospital. She said she had a lot of friends there, so we can get a medical report and all that. So we went to the hospital, we issued for the medical report, and we're just sitting down and waiting and just waiting and waiting. You know how all these things can be. Then as we are waiting, her friends keep on popping in and they will be gisting, you know, her friends in the same line of study, and they'll be gisting and all that. And this guy comes in, he offered us water. He was so kind, like he was exceptionally exceptionally okay. He was exceptional with his kindness, so he was just helping us out and even trying to make the whole process faster for us and all that. And I'm like, oh my god, this guy is actually he's a good person, he's a nice person. She's like, this guy, he's so nice though. He has always been that way. Even when we're in school, he would do this, he would do that. If anybody asks him for this, he's always going out of his way to help people. Like, she was just explaining to me how that guy is so selfless and all that. And look at me right there, and I'm genuinely, I was saying this guy is nice, but I now made a very negative remark. Like, I just wanted to like keep the conversation going. Then I said something so off. I was like, and one thing about this kind of people is that as they are nice like this, they will just end up getting married to someone that will be stressing them, or a wicked wife or something like that. And the girl was like, what did you say, nigga? She looked at me, she was shocked. I believe that she never expected it. She was not expecting that sentence, that thing to come out of my mouth. It wasn't as if I meant it in a negative way or anything like that, but I just wanted to keep the conversation going, like lighten the conversation on fire, but the fire was too much. Now, looking at it from this angle, I now know that that was a bit insensitive for me to say. Like, that was so wrong. I mean, I was just trying to open up a conversation, and that came out wrongly. What was I even thinking? Was I in a podcast or something? Why do I need to say that? But it just came out. You know, one of those times that things just come out from your mouth like that. That's why it's always good for you to think before you speak, so that you don't say the wrong thing. The world is filled with so much negativity, and sometimes if we don't carry ourselves with some kind of morality or have some sort of emotional intelligence, it's very easy to wallow in that negativity. Was that statement I made wrong? Yes. Because why do I have to think negatively at that time? Why not positive? Now, this is to show you that nobody is perfect, but we all can make that conscious effort to focus more on positivity, on our self-growth and our mental development, and always remind ourselves whenever we think something negative, or when in a situation where we need to think something negative, we'll just try to replace it with something positive. I do this consciously, and I think that as of right now I'm speaking, like, I'm almost eradicating that negativity, even if it's not entirely possible to eradicate all negativity from you. Some situations can make you think negative, but you still try to make that conscious effort, and little by little you see yourself, you start being more positive. And one thing about life is that once you're becoming more positive, you just start deviating towards positivity. So right now, should that lady cut me off because of the statement I made? I don't think so, because she didn't talk to me about it. Maybe I'm even over reasoning, overthinking too much, but I'm just using this as a case scenario. But if it's something that you've spoken to this person that, oh god, you are so negative at that, everything ends in communication. If you've spoken to the person and the person keeps on being negative, just know that this person is a negative person, like the mentality is all negative, then you can end that relationship, or you know that this friendship is expired. So the next sign of an inspired friendship is quite personal to me, and I believe a lot of people are going to agree with me on this. Darling, if I break up with my ex and you guys are still friends, that friendship is going to be expired. Like expired. Yes, I am that petty, because why are you guys still friends? Unless you know him before me, like you guys met way before I came into the picture, not like you knew him through me, like I introduced you to him and we're no longer friends and you guys are friends, and you go to his house, you talk to him on the phone and all that. I'm sitting beside you and I'm asking you who you're speaking with, and you're saying it's, oh, your ex-boyfriend and all that. I mean, it's very weird. No, no, no. I mean, I can tolerate if you guys, maybe let's say you have some kind of business, you guys are doing a transaction, some big transaction and all that, and you can just cut him off. I can understand a little, but not like you being friends with my ex. You guys go out, hang out, dinner, do this, do that, do that together, and I'm just there like crying and all that. So no, not crying. Who misses their ex? Ew. But I am not in bad terms with any of my exes. I don't drive and have an ex. I don't know. That's another topic for another day. So I don't like that. I don't think I'm that kind of a person that would accept that and be comfortable in such situation. Yeah, situationship, in fact. Yeah, so I don't think I can keep up with that friendship. So expired. So if my friendship with you is more valuable, it's more important than him, you come to my side. But if you think that you prefer him than me, you go to his side. Because I don't need anybody coming to check up on me with style through my friends and knowing what's going on in my life. So I mean, it's not even given at all. Please, no, expired. Okay, go be with him. Go be with him if you value him more than you value me. Okay. So the next sign is going to be if the conversation feel forced. Have you ever been in such situation? Sometimes you're having a conversation with someone and you just run out of ideas. You don't even know what to talk about. Like everything is just like so weird and awkward. I mean, conversations and communications are part of what builds or the foundation of a healthy friendship. So when I find out that we no longer have things in common, or our conversations or our personalities are no longer correlating, which means it's either you're no longer interested or I am no longer interested at that conversation at hand. Like I'm talking A and you're talking B, or I'm talking A and you're more interested in B and I'm not interested in B, but you seem to like B so much, but I don't really see B as conversation worthy, and everything is not just correlating. Now, this is a very pure, clear sign that either me or you have outgrown each other, and it's okay, it's fine. So even when we're having a conversation, a lot of things are not going to be flowing as it used to before. Maybe before we're in the same grade, we're in the same category, and we love talking about shoes, bags, fashion, beauty, and all of that. And now I've grown to the extent that I now have kids, and I have a family to cater for, and all that. So if you're coming to tell me you are single and you're living the baby girl lifestyle, enjoying your life and all that, not like I'm not enjoying my life, but I now have other people to cater for, and so I need to minimize my shopping habits. So if you're coming to me talking about, oh my god, the latest Gucci handbag just came out, this just came out, and we need to buy it, we need to do this, we need to travel here, we need to do this, and I no longer see fit, like I'm not fit to talk about that anymore, because I'm like telling you, oh babe, I'm on a budget, I need to cut down my spending, I need to invest now because I now have people to look after, I need to invest my money in this, I need to, I'm talking about investment, I'm talking about spending. Of course we can't keep up, and that's totally fine. I'm just going to honor and appreciate what we once had before, and I will move on so that I can focus on myself and learn to appreciate myself more, and also learn to choose myself ultimately, because that friendship has expired. It's no longer as it used to be. We have nothing to talk about anymore. Our interests are no longer the same, our goals are no longer the same, everything is not aligning, so it has expired. The friendship is no longer there. Maybe when I now have and I'll have returns from my savings, and I'm like, gosh, I need to spoil myself. Let's do that shopping, let's travel. Then I can now hit you up and say, babe, okay, it's time for shopping. You know what time it is. So that's why I said a friendship, for every friendship has its own category. So it's not like you're going to cut off and end them and all that. Just keep them where it's supposed to be. Now, the last thing I'm going to be talking about is you feel drained whenever you hang out with them. Now, this is a clear sign that that friendship is no longer enjoyable. And there's a lot of reasons for this. For instance, you hang out with that one friend who is always negative, or someone who is always complaining, or someone who is just like full of themselves, or you're just tired of hanging out with them because whenever you guys hang out, it's always the same thing over and over again. You guys keep going around the same cycle, or it's still the same old gist, no new gist. You guys keep talking about the same thing. So just because you're friends with someone doesn't mean that they're entitled to your emotional energy. When you find yourself being emotionally drained, just know that that friendship no longer sparks joy. I mean, it no longer has that vibe you guys used to have. So it's more like an inspired friendship. So if you always feel anxious, disrespected, insulted, unheard, unsupported, or you feel the need to always be on guard, like I've had someone come to tell me that whenever she's having a conversation with her friend on phone about her man, she always feel like her instinct is always telling her that her friend is recording the conversation. And I mean, there are people like this. So whenever your instincts start telling you things like this, or you start feeling like you need to like be on guard at every time, then that friendship is no longer giving. I mean, it's draining, and it's a very clear sign of an inspired friendship. All right, so let me know in the comment section if you've experienced any of these points, or if you feel like any of this one is a very, very valid point, like it hits you. Let me know in the comment section. And you can also add your points and what you see as an inspired friendship down below the comments. All right, now if you find value in this video, please do not forget to give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel a lot, and I'll see you on my next video. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and do all the YouTube thing. Okay, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.